We are back for some more exotic industries today. And let's grab some chemical plants. And let's go see what we can do about making some drilling fluid. So, first thing, as we discussed last time, is we need solid fuel. And we're going to be using light oil for that solid fuel. So we're going to bring this up here. And we're going to set up about 4 of these, I think. So let's see here. We're going to be doing this one. And we're just going to do this for the moment. I'm guessing we may end up doing more of these. Depends on what all we need solid fuel for. But for right now, we can go ahead and just do 4 of them and see how that does for us. We're going to need some electric up here. So let's drop us some power over here. And honestly, I can use up some of these little poles for this. And then that's going to give us our solid fuel. I don't think we're going to need that much of it. So I'm going to go ahead and just put one of these boxes. That'll give us enough to store a bit of it. And we can use one of our things here to input into there. And there we go. We have our solid fuel. Now, for that drilling fluid, we need 4 of those. Hence why I did 4. 1 mechanical part, iron mechanical part, sulfuric acid, and lubricant. Now, we already have lubricant being made right here. We may have to do some cracking for it from heavy, but as of right now, we do have some. So let's go ahead and I'm going to run these, I think, this way. So this is going to be for our drilling fluid, and we need, we're just going to do the solid fuel. Let's see, we're going to skip these like that so we can run this in here like that. We do that like that. And we get our pipes like this. Okay. And we want to connect both of those. That's not going to be able to run down that way, so it's going to have to come over one, and we'll run it down here and then over to here. That'll take care of that part. Okay, that'll get our lubricant into both of them. Sulfuric acid we have not been doing. We haven't needed it yet, but we are going to need it, which means that we actually need to stop this from taking it to make explosives right now, because we're going to need to put it in here into one of these to make sulfuric acid, and that's going to need crushed iron. So we're going to have to set up a way of bringing crushed iron in here. We should get some... Oh no, we're not going to get any until some of this gets used up. Let's get that off of there, because we need this to do the heating. We're probably going to have to set up the diesel units. That way we can get rid of some of that excess diesel. We luckily already have steel barrels being made right here. So we can just grab that off of there. And we can run that over here. And put in one of these here. Set that up for diesel units. And then we just need to get this coming. I think we're going to do it like this. Because we don't really need it to come out of that tank. So I think we're going to do it like that. And we can hook that up like that. That'll give us our diesel units. And we can go ahead and just put in a box for those right there. And that'll keep us 10 of them in here. We're probably going to change that to like at least 50. I'm thinking I might end up doing it all the way up to 100. But now that will let us make more sulfur. Sulfur is not going to be a problem because that's the first thing we're deep mining. Alright, and now we need to get a train in over here for the crushed iron. And I think what we're going to do, first and foremost, is we're going to cut this down. That does not need to be going up quite that high. We're going to have this instead come right along there. Which is still a little bit higher than what I wanted. But I can work with it. Because our plastic is being made right there. Get these out of my inventory. We can do this like that. That gets that out of the way. And then we're going to set up another one of these here. Coming in about here. And then that's going to be for our crushed iron. I take it I'm out of... Yeah, I'm out. Alright, I'll have to go and get some. And then we're going to rip all of this out and we'll put in another down over here. Somewhere. I'm going to have to deal with where that's going to be. But it'll probably be somewhere along right here. Alright, so give me a minute. I'll be right back. Alright, so as you can see, we have iron ingots coming across here. And I started cutting this area out here of trees to load up our iron ingots into here. And I'm going to use this line here to run up here to our science stuff at the moment. So I'll take care of that in a bit. But there is our crushed iron. And now we're going to set this, well, we need to set this first for iron. Actually, it's iron ingot pickup. And then we'll set the picture. There we go. And now we're going to take this on over here. And we're going to have it come into this one if the train will stop. Wrong way. Apparently I'm pushing the wrong direction. There we go. Now we got it. And then this will be the drop off. There we go. And now we can set our train for iron ingot pickup, full cargo, iron ingot drop off, which is at the top, empty cargo, set it to the drop off at the moment, so it'll stop here. For this one, I'm just doing a small container. I don't think we're going to need a ton of these, but so it's not taking all day to do it, I'm doing it just like we did for the larger container, and just doing it like this. I don't know what in the world I'm doing right now. I'm just doing really dumb things, apparently. Holy crap. There we go. Alright. And that will get us our iron, which we then need to run up here. And we're probably going to do it right here, honestly. We shouldn't need too many of these. And I'm actually going to see if we can just do one of these red-handled inserter like that. We want crushed iron. This recipe is going to take 1 second to craft, and it needs 1. This is going to take 1 second to craft, and it's going to make 2. So we can do this in a 2-to-1 ratio. So if we do this here, we'd be able to do a second one here. And that should be able to keep up with both of them. Now, I need to get water into that. I need to get the rail finished, so everything can go where it needs to go. This does not need to go there, though. this needs to come down and go to here. There we go. And then we're going to have that there, and then like that, but that means we can then change out these two like that, and this one as well. Alright, so that takes care of that. Train's already left. Gone to go set itself back up with some more. And we need to set up another one of these. We don't need one here, but we're going to put one there anyways. And then we also want one here as well. Alright, so that takes care of that part. Now we can run this over and up here to our crusher. Alright, while that's getting ran, let's get our water, which we have coming in here. We can do... Well, we have water coming in here as well. It was going in for that. So we could actually do this. And if I move my butt out of the way, that is. And then just like that, one of these in here. That'll take care of powering it. If I change that to a medium, it's... Yeah, I can move that down to there. And then we can input down here. We need that set for the ingot. And now it'll take care of that part. The only problem is we don't have the sulfur coming in there, but that will get fixed. And that will be fixed by our sulfur we're having come in from the other side. So now we need to run this up, and it needs to go into right here. So we can run this down and across here. You knew it was going to end right at there. Alright, and we'll just run this up. Yeah, up there will be just fine. Actually going to do this just so I can do that. Alright, now I'll get our sulfuric acid over here. Alright, so that's those two. We need an iron mechanical part and the solid fuel. We have the solid fuel here. We're going to do the iron mechanical there. So we can just do that. We have our iron mechanical over here somewhere. Wait a minute, we actually have... No, we don't have iron mechanical. For some reason I thought we had iron mechanical going that way. But no, we don't. Alright. So I'm just going to use this. And we can bring this right on across here. Back that up so it's not on that line. And then we'll just run this over and into there, and that'll take care of our iron mechanical part. We can do this and a bit of that. If I change that one, yes. Alright, there we go. So the solid fuel's in, the mechanical is coming in, and we can just put those two together. And I'm going to go ahead and use this big ass storage tank that we have, because we're obviously going to need a ton of this drilling fluid, because we've got these chunks all over the place. We've got neodymium here, we got more sulfur there, we got iron there, we've got copper here, copper there, gold, coal, iron, lead, the sulfur we're actually trying to get. We've got it everywhere. So we're going to end up putting this onto a train as well, probably. The other option is that we use these ducts maybe, and we just run one long pipeline along the whole place, which is something I might actually do. For right now, though, we're just going to run this one over and get our sulfur mine started. Which I'm going to have it come through like this. Alright, our sulfur is way down there, so we can run this down. We're going to have to take that out. And I need to go get some more underground pipes. So give me a minute, I'll get this ran, and we can finally start getting our sulfur out of here. While we're here, we actually have this completely done, and it's even used all of the circuits, or at least most of the circuits we had on that line. So we can go ahead and pop this out of here and run this over like this, and we'll just run it straight across here to where our circuits are coming in at. And there we go. Now, other than the copper and the iron that I still haven't gotten done, we got that taken care of. And I was thinking a little bit here that I think I am going to go ahead and use a train for the ingots. The only problem with that being that I need this area for the copper, or I'm going to put another one up here. And I think that's what I might do. So we'll have the iron here, we'll have the copper here. And for doing that, we're going to have to do something a little bit different for how the trains deliver. And we'll look at that in another video. Basically, if you've seen some of my other series, you'll probably already know what I'm planning on doing, which is I'm going to use some red logic for it. That way the train knows where it needs to go and which spot it needs to go to. We just got done doing it in the IR3. Alright, so waiting for space in destination. So now if we just give it a container. Holy crap, that is a pretty fast miner. Alright, so there's our sulfur chunk. Now, what do we do with the sulfur chunk? So that needs to be crushed into crushed sulfur. Now, how do we get the actual sulfur out of the crushed sulfur? So we take the chunk, we crush it. Each one of those is 2 crushed. We wash it with water, which makes the acidic acid that we actually need. And then we can run that through a chemical plant to then get the sulfur out of that and the water. Alright, so we need a chemical plant and a crusher. Now, this is running at a pretty fast pace here. Can we do just one of these? If we do... Oh no, wait a minute. Crusher first. Crusher first. Into crushed sulfur. And I'm not sure we're going to be able to do that. I think that's going to go way faster. So let's get a... And I think I am going to go ahead and just leave the container there. And then we will just run one of these onto a belt like this. And then we'll put the crushers like this. And we set this for crushing. And I'm pretty sure these will be fast enough. We'll find out, that's for sure. And we're just going to bring this in like that. And yeah, that's fast enough to keep that going. I need some more belts, which luckily we have tons of. And we're just going to do it like this for the moment. I think that'll be plenty. And we do this and that. And then we just need to get our chemical plants, which I think we're going to do them like this. Yeah, I think we're going to do it like that. Let me go grab a few more of them. Hey! I finally got all this coal out of here. Glad to see it. I've been trying to get this coal out of here for a while. Alright, so I can take that out of here eventually. It's just running over here and feeding that line. I need some more chemical plants. Give me another 10 of these. And I think what we're going to do is this. So then we can have it like that. This will go into each of these. And we can just run that like that. And then we can put our pipe right through here like that. And then we can do the same thing here and here. And then we need to decide where we're putting our acidic water, which, if I'm remembering correctly, when we started this whole process, that's what we actually needed, which I'm a dork and we didn't actually need that because we have to have one of these to do this. Yeah, I was looking at this recipe. This recipe is what we're going to be doing. I have to do this first to make our first one. Wow, that was kind of dumb. Well, we got it done now, which we needed to do anyways. And in the process, we got the sulfuric acid we need for making this one. So we just need sulfuric acid, steam, and some sand. Although this is a chance recipe, and we're only going to be running like one of these. So this is going to be a very temporary setup. So let's see. What do we have? Oh, that's the... Okay. We need sand. Which sand is going to come from stone. We actually have sand here, which I got to get all of these set. Oh, it's the... This is why. I never got all this put in. Okay, I need to get all that put in there. But we're just going to run stone off over here. And we need steam. So we're going to take one of these. We're going to put it here. We're going to set it to not that. Apparently it doesn't go in that one. Is it then in a chemical reactor? Yes it is. Alright, so we're going to connect that there. And we'll take this on up here. Oh, that just figures. We'll run this up to our sulfuric acid. Which I think instead of doing just one, I think what I'm actually going to do is if I set that like that, and then we run this down here, because luckily this isn't going to be staying, we'll do this right here, get that connected, and then we can come up here and disconnect that. And then this pipe is going to be what we run. Once that pipe is empty, then we'll just get rid of it. Alright, so now we need a crusher going into that, making us sand from stone. And that should give us everything I need once I get that connected. Nope, I must have missed another one. Where is it at? There it is. Alright, so now we just need that. And there we go. This is a really slow process. We want to get rid of that for the moment, because that can go right back in to it from the other side. And now we just need to get one of these to pop. It is a 10% chance, so figuring we run it about 10 times, we should get at least one of them out of 10 times of it running. Just hopefully our luck's a little better than it popping on the 10th one and it popping on like the 3rd or 4th. At some point I should run out of sand and have to turn it back on again, but we'll see. Well, we ran out of sulfuric acid, but we did get one crystal. So that's all we need. All of this can now go away. I'll put the pipe back later, or the belt back later with the stone. So now we have one crystal, which we can now basically infinitely recreate with a little bit of sulfuric water over here. So let's go look and see here how we want to set this up. Okay. So if we take our growth chamber, now how long is this process going to be? This is a 15-second craft. So I'm guessing we're probably going to use these for a lot of things. So we probably want to do this somewhere where we have a decent amount of room to do it. So I'm thinking we're going to do it here. And we're going to run at least 5 of these on each side for right now. So we're going to put the fluid to the outside. We're going to have 2 lanes on the inside, 1 going each way, and this one is going to be going there. We're going to copy this and put it here, and then we're going to put our very first one in here, and we will have the outputs be here, and we'll have the inputs be from the other. No, I did that the wrong way. We want the outputs to go to the other side, right? It doesn't really matter, does it? We pretty much want, this is going to be they're going to be filling onto here. So we want the input to be on that side. Yeah. We want it to be like that. And then we'll have it output like that. And that's the way we'll do that. Alright, so first off, I need to get some regular inserters, because there is no way in hell we need fast inserters for that process. So give me some of these. And then we need to get the water hooked up to this. But let's go ahead and run our acid line over here, which we'll have go to here. And we can just run a regular line all the way up both sides, and I'll just use one of these here. And then we run that up that side. And that gives us room for a lot more if we need. And we have water coming in right here, so we're just going to tap off of that and down here. And there we go. That gets our acidy or acidic water. And we can bring this over, set up a power line. That one is already running. And yeah, we were doing input here and then output to the other side. So there we go. There's our first two, which are going to go right back in. And that's the way it's going to keep going as it fills these all in. So now we can just, well, we only need two of these. We need that and that. And then we need that and that, which I completely did backwards. It's supposed to be that and that. And then I'll just copy this and put it down here. And now it's going to go past and start the second one. So now we have two of them running. And then eventually we'll have three, and so on and so forth. I'm going to go grab some more of those chambers, plug them on in there. So now we can get our high temperature cables made. I'm just going to grab 5 of these. But yeah, that'll let us get the high temperature cables made that I wanted to get made. That way, if we want to output higher temperatures from things, we can do so. We'll need it for when we do our reactor stuff. There we go. So now we've got 5 of them running. And let's see. So we can use this to repeat itself, which is what we're doing. Our heat pipe. We're also going to need it for centrifuges, efficiency models, advanced centrifuge, semiconductor stuff apparently, advanced labs, And we're going to need these for all kinds of things. We're even going to need them at some point for a tech pack. So I am guessing we're going to be probably running these with speed modules in them as high as we can get, and probably filling in this whole area here with them, if not making a whole new area for them, along with possibly making a whole lot more of the acid water stuff. So hopefully there is a lot more of these sulfur chunks around here that we can use to do this. But I'm pretty sure that we may get this acidic water off of some other stuff later on. So we may not have to make quite as much, but check that out. We have actually got all of them now running. We do have the issue with this one never being able to get started. Oh, it can't ever get started because Bear's a dork. There we go. Now it can get started. Alright, so there we go. We've got 10 of those running. And so now we can get our heat pipe started. And I think that gives us everything we needed to get all of this up here done. Because that was the one thing we didn't have. We do have the low heat that we need the ingots for. And like I said, I think we're going to bring them in up here on the top. And we're going to use a train for it. Instead of running it, because I'd have to run it from all the way down here. Or actually it's here. From here all the way up to there. And I think it would just be easier to put in a train that drops them off either over here or bring the train into this upper part here. But we'll probably just put it over here because we also need it for those as well. And we'll get to that at another time. The next thing we're going to do is check out the regular trains. Probably redo the track with the new recipe. And then we're going to get into making our purifier here. But I also, since we started on the sulfuric acid, I want to get the research for the battery made, because then that is going to let us make robotics very soon. We just got to get lubricant done as well. So I'm going to go ahead and start that. And then I'm going to put the robotics in there. That way we can start making our construction bots, which apparently we need concrete for. So I guess we'll throw that in here as well. Not sure what we need concrete for robots, but I'm going to let this stuff run so we can get all of that done and we can finally start getting some bots up in here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this extra long one for today, and I will see you next time, and we'll start looking at the regular trains and then our purifiers and bots after that. Have a good one.